So, WNBA offseason. We're now in a situation where the offseason is mad. It's mad. Like, players don't know if there's going to be a league. You've got some people being like, it's excited, we're moving forward. And you've got the Natasha Cloud saying, you know what, we're not actually moving forward. You're either giving us exactly what we want or we're not playing. I mean this when I say this. I wouldn't be surprised if there are WNBA players that if a CBA gets signed that they don't like, don't play. Or if there are people, that there might be enough scabs that they just sign whatever. Like, I don't know how. I mean this. I don't know how united the players are. I think they're going to show that they're united, but I'll talk about it a bit later. But Sophie Cunningham and Erica Wheeler at All-Star Weekend. Sophie Cunningham out there on a damn recruiting mission. I don't know how true that is. Obviously not. But I saw this video. The first time I scrolled through this video, I was like, oh, this is just they said Erica Wheeler and Lexi Hall thing. But Adidas Hoops got them in together. At the end of the day, it's one of these weird things where these off-season relationships seem to be actually almost like recruiting things. Kelsey's recruiting Ezzy, AB is recruiting Tiffany Hayes, Sophie's recruiting Wheeler. If the Fever if they can somehow afford a lineup of first of all, I think for Erica Wheeler's career, for the end part of her career, it's best off that she's not with the Fever. I thought Erica Wheeler was much better at the Storm. I don't think she suits playing with Caitlin Clark. I thought she really suited the Storm. If I was her, I wouldn't go back to the Fever. She went on a minimum. The Fever didn't even want her on a minimum. I chose Sid Colson over her. If the Fever somehow rock up with Ezzy Magbegor, who I actually do believe is one of the very few fives that can play beside Leah Boston. If they rock up with Ezzy Magbegor, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham / Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell Caitlin, with a bench of Sophie Cunningham / Lexi Hull, Tiffany Hayes, any competent point guard, KK Timpson, and a draft pick. And if they use their draft pick on, a 10, on someone decent, and just and Bree Turner, that's a championship team. That is absolutely a championship team, no question about it. May have found my new favorite duo. But it's one of those things where people don't, the WNBA is a really weird one where players hanging out in the offseason, it seems like that is a huge factor in free agency signings. You're seeing players randomly rock up in to play for teams, and personal relationships, and I don't mean relationship, but in terms of friendships, that does a lot of the time you see players end up on similar teams. If we're being real, there's a 0.0% chance that if Sanaya Rivers wasn't on the Sun, that Marina Mabry would be playing for the Sun. She literally did everything she could to force her way out last year, and the odds of her returning to Connecticut are extremely high right now. Extremely high. And you've then got a situation here where you've got a Sophie Cunningham who's friendly with Erica Wheeler and Leah Boston. And this is one of those funny things that people don't realize when it comes to the Indiana Fever, is that the outside noise versus what's going on the inside are very different. There are certain players, if you join the Indiana Fever, you have to realize that a lot of people are going to dislike you just because you joined the Fever. And you have to be able to kind of deal with that. Hence why Erica Wheeler, who was a vet, was probably hated on for playing with Caitlin Clark for that season. Sophie Cunningham just doesn't give a fuck, to be honest. Sid Colson went from being universally loved by a group of people to being hated by that same group of people that loved her in the past, but also has now got a much bigger fan base than she ever had because of new fans who like her for joining the Indiana Fever. And the hatred is just because of the Fever. And unfortunately, I don't think the Wanna Bonner can deal with that. I genuinely think it broke. I think that first game of the season broke the Wanna Bonner. That's my belief. My belief is that first game of the season broke the Wanna Bonner. The investigation, the bullshit investigation, her, the fact that her fiance or her partner, I don't know if they're married, came out and said that they believed Angel. Angel never made any accusations that they believed Angel. Basically to say, yes, the Indiana Fever fans were racist. And I'm sorry, like, there's no way that Breanna Bonner was going to be able to stay in Indiana after her partner came out and said that their fans are racist. Like, there's no scenario where she was going to last. And then Breanna Bonner started stinking it up. The fans started turning on her a bit, and she then probably justified it herself. And then you could see it. You saw plenty of times the Twitter accounts that were giving abuse to her and Alyssa Thomas. All of a sudden, then Alyssa Thomas is then interacting with those Twitter accounts again. They were giving abuse to Breanna Bonner when she joined the Fever, and everything went back to, oh, you know, Fever bad. And yeah, it's I still believe that specific thing broke Breanna Bonner, and Erica Wheeler knows how to deal with that. And that's the thing where it's like, I don't think people realize as well how liked Sophie Cunningham is amongst players. How liked Sophie Cunningham is amongst former teammates. Like, whatever about the Phoenix Mercury, you know, the crowd booing her and all that stuff, like, how liked she is amongst those former Mercury teammates. Like how liked Aaliyah Boston is amongst her former teammates. It's one of those weird things where it's like the Fever, if they can manage to get a whole group of players together that aren't in the like WNBA cliques, like fuck UConn players. Don't sign a single UConn player. Fuck that shit. You know, South Carolina, that's fine because AB's there. That's cool. That's cool. You can sign some South Carolina people, but make sure all your signings are not legacy WNBA, old WNBA, and you build freaking super team. But yeah, look, this is a funny one. People actually thinking that Sophie Cunningham could be recruiting Erica Wheeler to the Fever. I don't think so. I think for Erica Wheeler's sake, I was so happy seeing Erica Wheeler hoop because Erica Wheeler seems like such a good person. It just, the fit wasn't there. The fit was not there with her and Caitlin Clark. Like, they didn't play well off each other. Heck, my most viewed video on this channel is like, Erica Wheeler has ruined the Fever because when Erica Wheeler was running the point, the team went to shit because she just started walking up the floor and Caitlin was just completely off the ball. That's not a personal thing. It was a stylistic thing and it didn't work. Erica Wheeler played her best minutes as small forward in her final season in Indiana. That being said, though, it's kind of funny one to see, you know, Sophie Cunningham there with Erica Wheeler because, you know, people are like, oh, it's kind of random, but, you know, Adidas Basketball are sending them there, they're sending them there. So yeah, anyway, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.